play action. It's Minshew. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. A pass complete here to Conley. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Given back-to-back catches now. That one for 16. And another first down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. First carry for Raquel Armstead. Jerome Baker, the Dolphins' leading tackler a season ago, tallies another one. Both of these two teams, the Jets and Dolphins, looking to improve their rushing attack in 2020. Last year, they were the bottom two teams in the league in terms of rushing yards. The Jets at 31, and the Dolphins dead last at number 32. On 2nd down, Armstead. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Out of the gun is Minshew. Caught here by Conley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, and the Jags have taken the early lead. And the QB rating right now sky high, 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come. I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yeah, that's
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Dolphins offense set to take over, and it's the longtime veteran Ryan Fitzpatrick who leads the way.
Ryan Fitzpatrick's the kind of guy you want on your team in every situation, whether you want him to be your starter, whether you want him to bridge and help a rookie out like Tua Tagovailoa. It doesn't matter. He can fit every spot you're looking for. He's in the 2nd year of a 2-year deal with 5 and 8 and 13 starts last year with 20 touchdown passes, and anytime he's on the field, there could be some Fitz magic.
On first carry now for Jordan Howard, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Fitzpatrick. It's incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Fitzpatrick. And that will be incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Westbrook now on the return. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Here comes the Jaguars offense again, Charles, and this is a 1-1 team right now. And maybe the early season award for pluckiest team in the NFL goes to these Jags, because there's a team that many thought wouldn't be all that competitive this year, but they have been through 2 weeks. A win over Indy in the opener, and then they nearly pulled out another one on the road in Nashville, but the Titans got them 33-30 on a late field goal. But Jags, is this a team that's better than you thought, or is this a team that's ready to maybe fall back down to earth?
I feel like they are a team that has kind of had that really good exhale from last season. They've gotten settled in the front office. The coach is settled in his role now. He and the GM are running things. A lot of youngsters, a lot of, extra enthusiasm on the team now. Adding in a veteran like Tyler Eifert on offense. I just feel like they are a team that's like, okay, no one believes.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
To try again after the sack. Minshew. Now they go screen. It's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Minshew. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage. But in this situation,
and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21 yards.
Now the Miami Dolphins, an 0-2 start to the season, Charles. Both losses in the division, but week 2, very competitive against a good Buffalo team, 31-28 if you want to look at it from a silver linings perspective. Was a game that featured a 36-minute lightning delay as well. But, here was my takeaway. Ryan Fitzpatrick played pretty well. Did he play well enough to kind of keep the calls for Tua at bay for another week or two?
I think without a doubt, because last week he really struggled against New England. But how about the typical Ryan Fitzpatrick, put it behind you, bounce back with a big day, 328 yards and 2 touchdowns? Yes, definitely. They want to keep Tua on the bench for a while. They will eventually turn to that club, and then they got a short turnaround, Brandon. I think you're going to be there for this. Miami at Jacksonville on a Thursday night. I think it's an early type of must-win game for them. because Seattle comes to town in week 4 if they're trying to get some of those wins to show that they're making progress with this franchise.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. It's complete to Grant. 30, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, 58 yards. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
25-yard line.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Minshew and the Jags now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Minshew. And this one is incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
That one complete. He finds Shark. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Minshew and Shark on the hook up there. 1st down, Jacksonville.
Nice play by DJ Chark there, and he's a great example of how a guy can improve from his rookie year to season 2. Quiet as a rookie, 1,000-yard season last year, ended up becoming a Pro Bowl selection for the Jaguars.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Hill on the tackle. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 43-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Minshew. And his throw here's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Check 61, matchbox lights.
Minshew sets to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Thompson. Noah Igbenogany that time up to make the play defensively. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
Shotgun handoff to Thompson. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
Jaguars 14, Dolphins 7.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw it. Minshew. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of. Just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
And sometimes change can be good, and Chris Conley with a nice catch there is showing us exactly how. First 4 seasons in Kansas City, kind of buried on the depth chart there. First year in Jacksonville last year, career highs in yardage with 775, and added 5 touchdowns to that list as well.
The running back.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Minshew throwing complete to Westbrook. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. D.D. Westbrook, 28 yards. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Miami set to take over. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last week. Oh, now Breida loses it. And the Jags grab it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with a... The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. Brought in over the middle by Graham. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
3rd and short yardage, Fitzpatrick. And this is going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And here comes Westbrook. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
At the 40.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
In today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
3rd down.
Trying to pick it up with Armstead. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Intended for DJ.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Trick. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. DJ Hayden right there on the coverage.
Well, CD, taking a step back, we're 2 weeks into the season, and you already kind of get the sense that teams are beginning to separate themselves. If you look at the 2-0 teams, and remember, 62% of 2-0 teams ultimately make the playoffs. But Baltimore, Kansas City, Green Bay, Seattle, just to name a few, they look really good.
They certainly do, and in a lot of ways, those are the teams that we expected to be 2-0 at this part of the season. I mean, it's no major surprise. But how about Arizona being 2-0 as well? People talked about them getting better in the offseason. I don't know how many of us thought they'd beat San Francisco in the opener. They did. Then they jumped on Washington this week, and they are 2-0 as well.
Now, on the other side of the spectrum, we know the not good news about teams that start 0-2. The Giants and the Jets both there. Detroit, Cincinnati. So, again, maybe some more predictable names.
Certainly, they are predictable. Again, not a surprise for most of them, although many thought Detroit would be improved at this point. But how about a team that's 0-2 that went through a little bit of a difficult offseason like the rest of us, but even more so because of players being gone? How about Houston being 0-2 right now? They won the division last year. I think that's a little bit unexpected right now, even though they had a tough opening schedule with Kansas City and Baltimore.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. Open man right side is Shark. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Going with Armstead, a first down carry. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. So 2nd and 4 from the 22.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
On the handoff, Armstead. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll hand to Armstead. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Gardner Minshew on target to DJ Chark.
And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns.
After the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just
now,
said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
Good luck.
he's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Miami.
On first down, here's Breida. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Offense.
Come on, dog!
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fitzpatrick will hand this to Howard. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
A gain of a yard brings up second down at the 31-yard line.
Here we go, D, get off the field.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Fitzpatrick finding his tight end, Gesicki.
Fitzpatrick's
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's point. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play there just before halftime. And even 80 yards.
First down and 10 yards.
I'll go over to Uncle on you here. Could that pass have been delivered any better to the receiver downfield?
Not at all. And when he catches that, he didn't even have to break stride. Full speed. That's why he got all that yardage after the catch.
Timing, timing, timing.
Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They give it here to Thompson, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 3rd down, Thompson, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Chris Thompson, as the first half is winding down, and the Jaguars are pouring it on.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
To kick off for Jacksonville.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Miami offense once again, and their running back, Jordan Howard.
And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome, everyone, to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one, maybe not the hard-fought battle many had hoped for. This has been blowout city thus far, but still more football to be played. Who knows what could happen? As we send you right back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they – because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give to Howard. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
The Dolphin ball carrier.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
The tackle made.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Now, he's got their only touchdown. This offense struggling. They target him again.
Everyone is looking for the hot hand. And sometimes you just don't have it. Maybe it's just lukewarm. But you go to that guy and try and turn it hot. Try and get things going. Find a way to get everything kick-started. As you noted, he has their only touchdown, so he's had the most success in the game thus far.
A gain of 9. Brings up
that last catch short of the marker by just a yard. Leaves him with a 1. Fitzpatrick throwing complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
47, Mike. 47, Mike, 47. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
To the air again, Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Devontae Parker unable to hang on, and it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Fitzpatrick again. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on 3rd downs, and it's costing them.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins are going to be forced to settle for 3.
42.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked a field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
28-yard line.
Jags football again. DJ Chark ready to rock and roll.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 28 yards.
At the 40.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous, coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
Well, when the Jaguars want to throw the football, they often look to D.D. Westbrook, who just completed that play there. 101 targets, 66 catches for both 2018 and 2019.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Tackle.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
2nd and goal. At the 4-yard line.
Out of the gun is Minshew. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Intended for
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Chris Thompson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Jaguars continue to roll. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
25-yard line.
And the Dolphins getting set to go here. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side, because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. Check down to Breida. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football.
Josh Allen.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Gardner Minshew and the Jags ready to go on offense once again.
Really solid effort for him right now. 3rd touchdown passes. How many can he get here?
That remains to be seen, but I know one thing. You and I will be here to watch, and I'm not going anywhere. With what he's doing in this contest, I'm not missing a minute of it. This guy's been spectacular.
Yeah, I mean, it's a team game, but sometimes these individual performances are fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes they just kind of come to the front, despite the fact, as you said, we know it's all about the team. But the way he's playing, he's trying to make his team win on his back.
Yeah, it's been exciting. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. SOS. Hey, Haywood. SOS. 44.
On 2nd down, Minshew. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Jaguars.
And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll stay with the run and Armstead. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a 1st down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. A run here with Armstead. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Taken down.
And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They run it with Armstead. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one of the old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 corners, no reason to lighten up now. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good 1st step there with 2nd and goal coming up. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you?
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Laquell Armstead with his 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them, because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit out to him to keep him warm, a lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
First down.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now this throw caught left side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
First down.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick to throw it. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. They'll throw again. Fitzpatrick forced out to his left. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 18. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Gives you 2 first-round picks. You better take advantage of it. I think that the Jacksonville Jaguars did, getting C.J. Henderson a corner first, and then Caleb Chason, an outside linebacker defensive end out of LSU, with their 2nd first-round pick. Love his skills. Rush the passer, drop into coverage, great man-to-man coverage, tremendous leadership skills, and boy, he likes to hit. And we just saw right there, when he gets to the quarterback, he puts him on the ground. Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Makes the score Jaguars 56.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see it back. Just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there's going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well.
29-yard line.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
And every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, not just thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. 10 to the law, possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
13.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.